Now, just a couple of things which I think are worth saying as way of context to why Stroud is so important. I mean, I had the good fortune many years ago, it was a long time ago, I'm going to talk about this, to meet Chris Cheeseman, who was then heading up the Woodchester project. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about that, because we never talk a lot about it, but if you want to know about badger ecology, and you want to know about how that wonderful species really is part of our flora and fauna, and how we need to respect it rather than try to do all sorts of horrible things to it, Chris is your person, because he spent, I know he's well-deserved retirement, he spent over 30 years of his life investigating how badgers operate in terms of species. And of course, any threat of a cull in Gloucestershire, but particularly in the Stroud area, would wipe out immediately all that research knowledge. So we've got a very special reason why we need to protect this area from any notion of the threat of a cull. But there's a second reason, and I'd like to think that I played a little part in this. The last government did eventually agree that we need to do some vaccination trials, starting with badgers, and we had 7 pilots. Now, I think to their shame, the coalition when they came in, they then removed 6 of those pilots and merely left the Stroud one, because they probably felt that there would be such a reaction here because of all the work that Woodchester had done, but also the fact that we did start off a lot of the pilot work, the pioneer work, that they kept to the pilot here in Stroud. But I think it's a tragedy that we were looking at a science-led approach, and yet again we, if you like, effectively undermined and devalued science by keeping just that one pilot. And there's a reason why, of course, Stroud remains important. It is literally the test bed now. Without that, there would be no scientific rationale about how vaccines may be able to bear down on the disease amongst wildlife. So those are 2 very special reasons why Stroud is important in the front line in the way in which we need to attack bovine TB.